Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to Cat's Quest. Let's continue. So, let's see, we had one quest here before we're pretty much going to be forced into doing the next step of the main quest. And we're just kind of grinding. Fourth day of Kitmas. One thing that occurred to me, certainly, is that there was a side quest where we found out that our little spirit friends, Spyry, whatever his name is actually a reincarnation of a cat god called Moth. And it really highlights how, because they're trying to do an abridged story here, they've really failed to tell good world building and storytelling. And at a certain level, I guess you just need a lot of time and a lot of dialogue and a lot of good writing to do good world building compared to say something like the gods in Skyrim, that there's just like a ridiculous number of gods in Skyrim and people are always talking about them and you get introduced to them as a general concept very quickly, and it feels like, oh, these are just people, fictional gods that people worship, and we'll just never see any real evidence of them actually existing. And then if you go on specific side quests in Skyrim, you very much find that almost all of the gods are real and you interact with them directly. That's kind of what you would want to have seen here with Spyry and Moth, is that it should have been one of the mini gods talked about more often to do some more world building. But they don't do that. They just abridge it, and one side, if you don't do that one side quest, you won't even hear word one of Moth. You won't even know that exists. Anyways, someone's trapped in a circle, please help him. That's him over there. Meow, you're here to help? The circle suddenly appeared and now he's trapped. La 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 la. What's he muttering? We think it's his sister's name, Lulu. I guess that was Lulu. The other thing, I suppose, is if Spyry is the reincarnation of Moth, it then colors his constant, like, kind of cursing and cussing in a different way. It's like saying holy godcats or godcats so often means slightly different thing when you are a godcat. It'd be like the equivalent of a like God saying "God damn it" or something like that. She's a mage in a nearby arcane temple. That could be a lead. Let's go. We'll go get her. Alright, well, we'll just fly. Meow, is Lulu there? Interesting, it triggered the story forward, even though I'm flying. Yes, sirs, I'm Lulu. I guess it's probably better that it did trigger the story forward, otherwise a lot of people might fly here and think that they have broken the game. Lulu, your brother needs your help. ... Bobcat? Mew. That town dislikes mages and he ostracized me. Why should I help him? But he could be in danger. Meow, in danger is he? No, don't save him. Never trust family. Imposter, why are you here? Who are you? I'll show you why you shouldn't trust family. And then when it teleported us, we're back on the ground now. Oh Mew, where are we? We get teleported far too often. Honestly, if they were going to teleport us, instead of being in just a void of blue, which is kind of an odd color, we should just be in another dungeon. But I guess it's easier just to make a void. But I think the whole idea of being teleported in general to an empty area does not really work. Particularly since this game would benefit, I think, a lot from being teleported in other ways. If you went from one part of a cave to another part of a cave and you were teleported, that would be a more gameplay way to use teleportation. Or if you were teleported from one city to another city, that would be useful. even finishing specific quests and being teleported to a different area might be useful. It'd actually be a kind of funny running gag in any RPG if you finished a line of subquests and then all of a sudden you just get teleported to a completely different part of the map, and you are basically told you now have to play in this region for a while because you won't be able to cross back. It'll take too long. You see a similar implementation of that in most RPGs, and the fact that you go from floor to floor, and when you're at like floor 50, usually you have like a town scroll portal or something like that to teleport you back to the surface and then back to floor 50. You don't have to grind your way back down to floor 50 every time. Don't worry, Lily, just stick close to us. Hey, we have a green one. Let's check that out. So is it that the green Santa Claus, Santa Paws, is one half of the Santa Clauses here? There's a Santa Claus and a Santa Paws. Paws, the naughty list keeps growing. They might be good claws, have hope. So it's kind of like a good personality and a bad personality. The bad ones reward themselves with their own presence. We should punish them and stop Kitmas permanently. So basically the red guy is the anti-Santa Claus character. There is in some of the mythos anti-Santa Claus characters like Krampus, for instance, that have been mostly eliminated from Western mentality, as Coca-Cola specifically created the idea of what Christmas is and turned it into a highly commercialized present giving event. We should punish them and stop Christmas permanently. I already said that. No, don't lose hope, Claus. Was that a Malmary? It's far too many puns. I think maybe you would have been better just sticking to the visual gags in this game and not doing the cat puns. Or specifically only having Spirity do the puns and then all the other characters just talk normal. Looks like it. I think there's more. So did Santa Claus get trapped by Santa Paws? What are you doing, Claus? I'm destroying all the undeserved presents. Undeserved presents. Santas don't do that. Claus, Kitmas isn't about that. Too late. Was that Santa Paws and Santa Claus? Santa Claus exists? The imposter might be telling the truth. Yeah, they're just really having you wander around an empty void. It seems unfinished. Paws, I saw you. You gave them all presents. They're not worthy. I'll stop you. Paws, I was hoping this wouldn't happen. No, you locked your own twin away. Forgive me, Claus. I'll never forgive you. No, he imprisoned his own brother. ... Claus. I've been gathering power all these years, now I'm free. I'll make sure Kitmas is forever cursed. Claus, please have hope. No, this time I'm locking you away, dear brother. These circles certainly get used a lot. It's weird you have this like ring around your character, particularly in this scene. I would have potentially wanted to turn that off in scenes like this, and frankly turn it off most of the time. I think it's stupid that it's like that. Like, Claus. Ho ho ho. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. See, family won't save you. But you both look so sad. Dot dot dot. Let me out. I need to go to my brother. You still don't see it. Dot dot dot. Looks like I'll have to force you. What? Are you controlling me? Stop this furry instant, Santa Claus. Are we gonna finally fight this guy? Meow, go. Meow ho ho, go destroy each other. Alright. So we defeated Luli. Are you in me okay? Yes, I'm fine. I'm gonna go see my brother. Alright, we'll meet you there. Yeah, they don't... You can't even keep people, like, have people walk side by side behind you. There's no path following code in this, where somebody would just become your companion and follow behind wherever you walk, which would be super easy, frankly, because you could simply have them take one step wherever you last stepped. So my companion could be here, I step here, it moves forward, I step here, it moves forward in the next place. I fly, it automatically flies. I walk on water, it automatically walks on water. It'd be very easy to program that, and it probably wouldn't run into too many visual glitches compared to having them just disappear and reappear, which is frankly a little too lazy, even for a bridge game. Like, that doesn't really save time, it just breaks the sense of this suspended sense of disbelief even more. Bobcat, it's me, Lulu. Lulu. You came for me even though I was a furrable jerk to you. Of course, you're my brother, Bobcat. I wonder if maybe we're gonna do these Christmas quests and then we get a whole bunch of rewards and presents from it. Family. No, circle's gone. I'm for free. Thank the god cats. No, thank you, Lulu. And you two, here, take this. Wow, just like one level up. Pawsome, do you know of any other circles? That actually felt like the last one. Then we'll head back to Queen Resort for a while. Queen Resort, Meowk. Yeah, the puns suck. We just got an achievement called Savior of the Cats, which... Okay. Like, there's several achievements in this game. I'm a little surprised I haven't done more of them, but I know half of them are like New Game Plus achievements. Alright, do we want to try Marry Kitmas at level 75, or do we just run to the main story and potentially finish the main story? Like, I guess we'll give it one attempt. I think there probably are several like caves that I still can't go into. Yeah, we know that, but there might even be one more side quest somewhere that I'm overlooking. Monsters keep attacking us, we're hiding Purry's help. Monsters now, Claus is getting desperate. They're here. We'll just keep ourselves big and... I sense something up north, come on. We need to find the source of these monsters. Man, and we are just getting into like one hack slashes with these guys. I was a bit stronger. I'm sensing more of them. Let's go. Dot dot dot. The circle's a different color, meow. Dot dot dot. Okay, let's move on. That was a little weird. Alright, we got 2 to check, I guess. No one says again. Is this another Santa Claus trick? Dragon blood, I've diverted claws as magic. The red circles are mine, come find me. Wait, Santa Paws? Okay. Holy whiskers, is it really you, Santa Paws? This is the only an image of me. The circle is the entrance to my prison. Help free me and save Kitmas. Alright. Dragon blood over here. Stay away from him. Behold my mighty barrier. You'll never get through, meow. What, like this? What? What? Impossible. Ho ho. Let's see how you handle this. Are you gonna get some actual enemies to fight? Let's see if we can maybe get some XP. Stop this right meow. Listen, Claus, I shouldn't have locked you up away. I had no other choice. I'm sorry. Dot dot dot. No, I'll end this now. Okay. Alright. We're in a bad position here. There's kind of a major difficulty spike there. Yeah, I think we'll just level up at trying to do the main game, I guess. We really don't have any other options. And from there, we'll just hope the game kind of doesn't end. There is a decent possibility, certainly, that you would actually be able to just keep on playing after the main game. So, yeah. Let's just move the main story forward. Otherwise, maybe we'll do it in a New Game Plus. Or maybe we just won't do it at all. The problem with something so abridged like this is you also run into a scenario where it's fairly easy to not care too much about doing everything. You're not committed. You sense a strange island far down south from here? I don't understand, like, what quest we're on. Yeah. We're still on the Santa Claus quest. I didn't abandon it. So here's the main story. This feels like a trap. We're trying to save our sister. She really is just a damsel in distress stereotype too. You could have definitely had more flashbacks and character building of your sister. I have a bad feeling about this. Good, good. Mwahaha. Remember how weak you were? Now you're both so powerful. All thanks to you, Rustbutt. And now the time is finally at hand. Your sister awaits you at the frozen paw. It won't hurt to get a little stronger before the final battle, right? Come on, I know just the place. Yeah, I kind of thought that may just straight up be the end of the game. there, but it does kind of seem like you are kind of constantly going to run into things that stretch it. This is the Dragon's Tomb. For starters, let's clear it out. And this was the one with the weird symbol that definitely stood out as being something different and unique. There we go. Hey, Grandpa, come out, will ya? Dot dot dot. Ho ho ho. You passed the test. I'm outside. Oops, I was trying to heal myself and stupidly cast a spell. We see that there's a golden chest somewhere here, so let's press against this and find the secret place. There were several caves that I specifically did not really press against the walls, trying to see if there's a secret path, because I figured we'd just come back in if that was the case. Yep. It does kind of feel like, though, we are getting these items that... Could that possibly be better? This is 73 armor, 72 attack versus this, which would give us a little bit more health, but then reduce everything else much smaller. If this wasn't level 20, then maybe it would work. It kind of feels like what you need to do is open the golden chests first, as quickly as possible in this game, and then try and level them up. But I also feel like there's probably going to be a new game plus, and I also have to wonder is just like why this interface is like this. Are we possibly actually halfway through the game and we are going to get some kind of new skill? That would be fairly insane. Like, you'd have to present a completely different game at some point where I just would not be interested. Wouldn't have to go to so many caves, wouldn't have to do any side quests. You would just be doing main storyline quests after main storyline quest, and it would be handing you significant amounts of XP, double, triple the amount of XP to level up each time. And we're already leveling up each time, so at a certain point, if we're leveling up 3 or 4 times after each main story quest, that's... you've broken your scale at that point, and it's kind of sucks. This does feel like this is also not a level up scale that is exponential, so it doesn't feel like it takes twice as much XP to go from level 0 to level 1 as it the other way around. It doesn't feel like it takes twice as much XP to go from level 1 to level 2 as it did to start at level 0 and level 1, or twice as much XP to go from level 2 to level 3 than it took to go from level 1 to level 2. A lot of RPGs are kind of exponential, and it gets incredibly difficult and ridiculous to try to level up to the final levels, and that scale typically breaks when you're at the late game stage or at the end game stage, because getting from 98 to 99 requires a ridiculous amount of grinding. Spirey, your friend is a powerful one. A dragon blood, eh? Speary, I guess is his name. What's funny is this would either have to be a god cat, I would assume too, that's been reincarnated, or this is not actually a blood relative, and the grandpa is just a nickname. In Japanese, calling someone grandpa certainly would be more common, even if you're not related. Yes, grandpa, but then translating that to English, you wouldn't, you probably wouldn't want to use that phrase. You'd probably want to localize it, translate it into something like old man, geezer, wise one, things like that, depending on how you want to really inflect as far as their relationship. We need to know how to get even stronger. Yes. You need to learn about the old masters then. Follow me. So it does seem like we are straight up going to take a trip around the entire land. This, my kitty cats, is an old master. You're kidding me. I didn't know they looked like that. The dragon blood and old masters used to live hand in hand, ho ho. There's a ruin close by. There's a ruin close by. Meet me there whenever you're ready. So yeah, I think we are just straight up going to all of these ruins. The answers you seek will surface once all the monsters inside are cleared. So we've prematurely cleared a lot of these things, but whatever. That gives us an opportunity to do it all over again and grind. And we already know that there isn't really a gem or golden treasure chest, so we can take our sweet time just fighting this guy, getting XP, clearing out the field, getting gold. Where are we on gold, by the way? I guess we're doing actually fairly nicely, so we should find an arcane temple, a mage tower, and nothing happened. Let's go back outside. It sucks that the game is telling you to go back outside. That would be a great point to actually implement something like a teleport, just to kick you out. Hey, I'm getting this weird feeling again. Yowza. Dragon blood detected. Play entry 3345. That feels more like a computer. The Dragon War is ended, but the problem is Alias remains. Indeed, the Dragon blood have grown too powerful, and Alias so the main guy that is our bad guy is probably getting betrayed by the masters. He seems unwilling to seal away his creations. Alias, that traitor, I know of what he seeks. He plans to usurp the throne with his dragon blood, that cur. Then we are in agreement on this. Let the zero dimension be opened, then. This Alias, he was an old master, I'm sure of it. So he created the dragon blood. So the old masters basically betrayed one of their own, not the white-haired cat, Drakoth. Now we have a problem where it's not really showing us who Alias is, nor have they really talked about Alias as a character. Up until this point, they should have been more cryptic and hinted at him much earlier in the story. Now it's kind of hard to keep the story straight in my head. And even the game admits that. Ho ho, it may seem confusing, but it all will be revealed soon. On to the next one. Alright, well, while we are here, let's go ahead and upgrade this, because this is really working for us. Do we have enough to upgrade that? No. Do we have enough to upgrade that? No. Do we have enough to upgrade that? I feel like for an achievement, ideally you would want to upgrade at least 4 of these to the max. And it kind of seems unlikely. Like, it seems like you could get this one to max, and obviously the flame to the max, and I don't see a scenario where you wouldn't get the flame to the max unless you just for some reason really loved the lightning, which doesn't seem to be that useful, or the spikes. We never even really tried the spikes, so I don't know if it would even affect flying people. But yeah, this one goes to 9, this one goes to 9. I assume that that is the final upgrade. I wish Healing Paw was actually a percentage instead of just a base amount for as expensive as it is. And it's not telling you how much mana you really use. So while you have a mana stat that tells you how much you have, yeah, we basically have 12 mana. It doesn't tell you that a level 8 spell takes 8 mana, which maybe it does, and maybe it's just that simple, but who knows. And we're not going to a quest board for these sections, so that does beg a question, certainly, as far as these guys can now be killed. I don't know if they specifically give you a lot of money. 224, let's go kill one more guy. So these guys are about level 70. 224 to 274, so you get about 50 gold beating all of those guys up. Not really worth it. What level is this? 85? Yeah. You really have to play this game in a linear fashion, otherwise you're going to... it's not really going to work for you. Maybe in New Game Plus it would make some sense where you could just go to every single cave in any order you want, but for the first playthrough, no, you've got to do it the way they say. And generally, I think RPG games should be a little bit more open to open world concept. Skyrim is kind of a great example of that, where you can just go in pretty much any direction after that first city and do any quests you really wanted that you happen to stumble upon. There's actually probably a little too few breadcrumb trails and quests in Skyrim, but you always have that main quest, and that main quest always points you towards the main storyline, so following the main quest will take you to a new city, and almost every time you're in a new city you get several different quests that take you to several different regions, and there obviously are way more quests in Skyrim than something like this, but yeah, I definitely am seeing when you got to like Pawt City, it did not give you any quests that would have taken you to the Windmill City or the East Town or back to Central City or towards the center of the map. It really only took you to a few places that were slightly far away from the Pawt City and then back. Anyways, you know the drill, ho-ho. This is level 50, so I guess the idea here could be that you might be incredibly underleveled. I'm just gonna follow this little Pac-Man path. I think I followed that fairly well. Yeah, if you had to follow that path better than that, then I don't know how I would have really accomplished that. It could be a case where you need to actually kill everything in those orders. Let's go outside quick. Get ready for another recording. Dragon blood detected. Play entry 4729. The fact that these are playing back these specific entries does really seem like Alias set up this whole system. It also kind of makes it feel like the entire world of Cat Quest is potentially some weird computer program or simulation made by humans, and it's kind of more like the Matrix than a real world. But then at a certain point it could be real world, and there's just that aspect of magic that humans turned cats into humanoid-like cats through the invention of science that eventually got turned into magic because it was just so sufficiently advanced nobody could explain it. Is that Drakoth? Master Alias has been betrayed. They sealed Master Alias in the Zero Dimension. How do we rescue him? Power. We need more power. So it seems like he got you to be powerful enough so he could use you. Although he doesn't seem like he's really going to try and convince you, more just steal the power from you. Perhaps you are powerful enough. So Drakoth is Dragonblood too, huh? I think Grandpa and Speary here, though, are pretty much saying that we should side with Drakoth. Grandpa gives you a bunch of glowing fragments. Dragon shards. This is what we came here for. Take them to Kit Kat for a special weapon. Good luck to you two. Ho ho. We still are in a weird position where, yeah, kind of still aren't there. I could look around a little bit more, but I think any of the remaining 4 or 5 ruins probably are like level 80, level 90, something slightly higher than what we can do. I wish I had about 5,000 gold, but it's not gonna happen. Hey you fellas, how can I help you kitties today? Kit Kat as a character also completely useless in this game. Honestly, I kind of feel like she should have been a side advertisement character to just be introduced, and then she would be in some kind of like hack and slash 2D, 2.5D platformer, beat 'em up game. That's more where I'd expect her to show up. Like, you do have a potential aspect here where you could have gotten rid of the idea of the you could have gotten rid of the idea of the sister being kidnapped and instead establish Kit Kat as a more liked character and have her be kidnapped at the very end of the story, and then your motivating factor up until that point would either be just to investigate what it's all about being a dragon blood, or just to fairly quickly have the main protagonist decide he wants to be a hero and help the land, or have the bad guy Drakoth curse you and say you'll die within a week if you don't get stronger. The dragons existing in general is enough for there to be a narrative to say you're the dragon blood, everybody's calling you the dragon blood, everybody's expecting you to defeat the dragons, therefore you have to move the story forward there. But by combining the sister, who has no development or backstory, with Kit Kat, who has a little bit of development and backstory, you could write better characterization into 1 versus 2. We need a weapon to save my partner's sister. You give Kit the dragon shards. Dragon shards? Where did you fellas get them? Ooh, I could do great things with these. You kiddies come back later, alright? I'll be ready with some something pawsome by then. We're really gonna rescue your sister now, huh? I guess we'll have to part ways too by then. I'm really gonna miss all the times we've had together. But don't worry, I'll always be there watching over you. Because that's what guardian spirits are for. Hey kitties, it's done. Come and get it while it's hot. I don't know why hot is spelled H-A-W-T. I mean, the cat puns are getting off the rails at this point. Feast your paws on this. Now remember, we have a weapon that gives us plus 333 attack. I wouldn't be surprised if this is less than that. A level 1 Dragon's Bane. Wow, that is ridiculously low. Unless it has a special ability that kills dragons. It still has a lot of potential to get stronger though. If that's what you fellows want, I'll post a quest on my board with the details. Yeah, I think at this point, we should do these side quests, and we have gotten some more side quests. Otherwise, the main story is just going to have us point here. Unfortunately, I'm going to pause the recording, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. At some point, I probably do need to find a better way to make shorter episodes so I'm not taking breaks in the middle of episodes. But honestly, it doesn't kind of help the way I create content one way or the other. So we definitely are going to want to see if we can get Dragon's Bane, which is here, to go up to maybe a level 66, but I kind of feel like regardless of how you level it up, unless it magically is going to change in a different way, it's going to reduce more health than increase health. And if it's at 60 now and it goes up to 100, maybe at that point it could get our attack higher, but maybe not. Ultimate Dragon's Bane is a level 50 quest, which does pretty much highlight that this game is expecting at the minimum for you to be at level 50 by this point, which I've done everything. The achievement, by the way, that we unlocked was doing all 62 side quests, so these quests that we're doing now are considered not side quests, and only 34% of players did that. Come and find me if you want more power. You fellas looking to power up that Dragon's Bane of yours? I heard of sources of power before. The pun's getting ridiculous. There's places in our world where natural magic comes from. If you bring the Dragon's Bane to these places, you're powered up in no time. I only know of one place that's close to the Deep Forest. Good luck, fellas. Okay, well. Question. Is it worth it to fly over this? Be careful in there, it's hard to see inside the forest. Like, this really is just like the ultimate attempt at having the visual issues really play a role in the game. Oh, something's happening to the Dragon's Bane. Dragon Blaze glows and dims out. Nothing really happened. Let's get out of here first. I feel like we should just kill everything in this forest just for the fun of it. Let's see. Just so we can say we have cleared out the forest, just in case there's an achievement around that. I suspect there actually isn't an achievement around that. Certainly this is an example of a place where you could have had an open world dungeon of sorts and asked the player to clear the whole field. It is also possible though that these are just respawning. Yes, they are. So that's not really going to get us a significant amount of gold even. Whoa, a trail just appeared. I bet this leads to the next source of power. We are probably fairly far away from a place where we can save. Dragon's Bane glows and dims out again. This doesn't make any sense. I'm feeling magical energy though. It's like we're close. Felingard Lake is nearby. Want to check that out? I want to find a place where I could rest, since I did take a decent amount of damage. Plus, it definitely makes sense to checkpoint. Yeah, the game is basically having you go everywhere. Having these extra shops doesn't make a lot of sense either. It would have been easier simply to not have those shops around. But I guess it's going to be helpful. It would be a lot more helpful if those shops weren't just for buying equipment, but were also for buying potions. This feels like the place. Pause up, something's coming. Alright, well. Already so powerful, this is hardly a challenge. Dragonbane glows with all its might. Yeah. So then it's now at a level 99 item, so this gives you a taste of what a level 99 item would feel like. We did it, partner. Drakoth isn't gonna know what's hit him, hee. Alright, so let's play around with this. Then we'll resort these just to see if they do resort. Doesn't seem like they really do, because this is still being considered a pretty bad low-level item. And yeah, you can definitely see reasons for that. While that would effectively double our magic and balance things out, it is at the cost of a decent amount of physical attack, which that's probably a mistake, and a decent amount of health, which is almost certainly a mistake. At least some of these other ones are giving us positives in each field. Yeah, the game is just completely broken as soon as you get willpower. And sadly, I think we have a situation where unless we spend a lot of gold opening golden chests, you're never going to have another item that beats anything else. Gentle Bro's armor, unless we find a 99 version of that. And we are still level 75. And wow, there is a side quest over here. Why do we have a side quest over here? This was the beat Santa Claus side quest, which clearly that goes to show that the 62 side quests you need for the achievement are not all of the side quests. Yeah, we have a level 67 quest, everyone's invited. Let's do that. We're opening for business soon. Help us with some publicity. Seems random, but they might reward us handsomely. Of course, it'll be so good. It's so good you're here. Here, take these flyers. Come to the Queen Resort, for the perfect experience. Open to all. I marked out some places. Distribute the flyers there so we can get customers. Looks like we've got some traveling to do, partner. Okay. So this almost feels like a quest specifically designed to make you travel back to places, just to make sure you've done all the side quests. Ooh, your furriness. Young Dragonblood, what's up? Want to hang out? Oh, not now. But you can check out the Queen Resort. I wonder if this is how we're going to get King Leonardo a queen, and maybe that'll play a role in the second game. Got around and see you, your furriness. What was that word again? Oh, laters. Like, Yeah. Clearly we're supposed to like the king, but we don't really have enough interaction with him to really care about him or try and get him a queen or do anything like that. Master Kit, here's something for you with much love from us. Hello, sweeties, what's this? You gave Kit Kat a flower. Oh, perfect place for a holiday. Much love, sweeties. I really do need one. Appearing at every smithy's tiring. Always a per leisure, Master Kit. And so we're giving a flyer to just like all the characters that were on the main screen that are barely even characters. Muscle Governor, hello. Ahoy there, Dragonblood visiting the fishies? Not exactly, but here. You give a governor a flyer. All the cool cats are there, like the king. Oh, and Master Kit. Well, take that as a yes. But we're not even doing Puss, the scientist guy. This cave, eh? Maybe someone's inside, but it's dangerous, ain't it? Defeated everything, partner. We gotta make sure it's safe, or make sure... Yeah, whatever. The line of dialogue was there. Icy cave. Glaive. Defeat the monsters. Alright. It did occur to me, there is a possibility here that the dragons we've been fighting up until this point are actually baby-sized dragons, and we haven't actually fought any regular dragons at all. That would be an interesting way to, like, double up this game. It would also potentially explain why Drakoth, who is a dragon blood and who fought the dragons, was able to summon and control dragons, is that they were weaker versions. There really are just not enough chests. I think what we're going to find out is that the new game plus plays very differently. And through playing this a second time, then you get all of the stuff, all of the then you would get like every single item up to level 99, but I think at that point, even then, getting every single item to 99, you're still going to find that most of the items are useless. Storyline is maybe we were supposed to give that flyer to the monsters. Instead, we killed them. Whatever. Let's take a cat nap here and refill everything. Seems like these are getting potentially more dangerous. Geez, are we supposed to invite... Wait a purring minute, this is... I mean, we are in that quest, but seemingly we're going to the Frozen Paw. Let's just leave the flyer here. Let's bounce back, because that's where the bad guy is for the main story. And it's odd that you would have a level 65 level quest that you're supposed to do after the fact. Meow, there's a crowd. And I assume that the dialogue wouldn't have changed had we beaten the main game. Finally, you just missed all the important guests. So do we get some special membership from this? We're not officially open yet. I'll tell you when we are. Meanwhile, take this. I need to reward you. Thank you, thank you. So, Magician's Vest. Level 75 Mary Kitmas. We'll try this again. And what we want to do here is mostly save our health and save our magic. So we'll get into a decent move. Of course, there is just so much visual nonsense going on that, like, it is really hard to see what's even going on. Like, I think what we'll want to do is we'll come over this one. Yeah, it's all the same regardless of where you go. Let's go in here and upgrade one more time. That should put it at the max. Nope, actually it's a level 10 that's a max. So we still have some gold we would really have to grind out. Just save the game. Even saving the game though, these sequences are always very text heavy, and there clearly is an option here where if you simply just made a checkpoint and had better checkpointing systems, or had any checkpointing system, then you would not run into the same issues. So I want to see if I can maybe level up, and I'm not really there. I have like no mana at all. Yeah, he seemingly healed himself at that point, too. Interesting. Well, let's just abandon that quest then. Notice how it has to fade out and reset the entire world for that different instance. There's a quest here. Odd. Forbidden History, quest level 99. Well, I think we're gonna have to pretty much just do what the story does. Wow, we cleaned out this field a long time ago, and they didn't respawn. Which does just kind of make it seem like there are specific enemies that don't respawn. And there are definitely like caves here that are low enough now we could kind of grind some more. Although I kind of question if there's a lot of value in something like that. That guy basically didn't even try and fight me. Some of these caves may very well be caves that you shouldn't even try to do until you're level 99, but I mean, it is kind of a catch-22 at a certain point of, can you get to level 99 if you don't grind and do every single cave that's possible? Probably not. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna get enough experience here. Like, and these guys really need magic to kill them. They are pretty immune to physical attack. Yeah. I guess we'll just have to push the story forward. I guess we're just gonna have to assume that that's what's going on here. Let's end this. She's all yours, mwahaha. Is he turning cats into dragons? Something's coming. Melza, where'd your sister go? So, even fighting 3 different types of dragons was really not a challenge at all. Looks like your sister went inside, Meow. You ready, partner? This is the point of no return, which is funny because the entire game has said this is the point of no return. Where are we, Meow? It's just pure darkness. Welcome to the 0 dimension, Maha. Tell me, little one, would you recognize your sister no matter what? No, not really. From the back, that's all we've seen, so let's just go to the one that looks different. Wrong. What's different between the 2 on the left? They're both facing the left. Try again, Mahaha. Wrong again. Don't you recognize your dear sister? I wonder if you never had a sister and you just have been brainwashed. Drakoth. Amazing, you still don't realize it, do you? You have no sister, Mwahaha. That was all an illusion, my illusion. I needed you to be stronger, so I gave you the motivation for that. Well, that certainly would explain why she has no characterization. Of course, the problem with the main character being the silent protagonist is that you would assume the silent protagonist, if spoke, would have very quickly said, I don't have a sister, or I don't remember a sister. Drakoth, that's enough, he gets it. Come now, Sperry, enough with the charades. Your job is done. You're free to go. ... I'm sorry, partner, but Drakoth is my master. I was there to make sure you are always getting more powerful. I don't fully agree with what he's doing now, though. Maha, look, he's speechless. And finally, the time is at hand. Alias will be soon will be free. Will soon be free. So everybody has been betraying you this whole time. Drakoth, please. It doesn't have to end this way. Only the blood spilled by a powerful being can open the zero dimension. And what is more powerful than a mighty dragon blood? Mwahaha. Well. So we hit him. Maha, not bad. No, let's fight for real. Meow. How are you so powerful? Drakoth, stop it. No, Alias made a promise to always be there for us. I intend to make him keep that promise. So here you have like larger versions of the Drakoth. Well, it would have made a lot of sense to have larger versions of dragons too. Herg, meow, no, how can this be? Like, I'm not really doing great, so it's probably pretty smart just to wait here and let your armor refill. Arg, take this. Ugh, it took me centuries to find another dragon blood like me. ... That was barely anything at all. He's getting weaker and weaker. Your entire quest is to find your sister. It was my design. And he's just summoning weaker and weaker enemies. Drakoth, I'm begging you to stop. No, Sperry, I am a powerful dragon blood too. Whoever of us falls, the zero dimension will open regardless, and Alias will finally be free. Erg, I wonder if maybe there was an ending here where you sacrifice yourself and die, but I don't think the game is that complicated. Ha ha ha. Alias, my friend, you'll soon be free. It almost feels like you're going to be freeing the enemy for the next game. Drakoth, no. The zero dimension is opening. Run. Run that way instead of running the opposite way. Which I would have run back downward. No, a barrier. Alias? Lowering the barrier for us. I can't believe we made it. Whatever was sealed in the zero dimension is free now. ... I don't expect you to forgive me, but will you? ... Wow. That's the kind of thing any cat's ever said to me. So your main character meows once in the entire game at the end. Alright, partner, it's up to you. It's you and me now. Let's go on to our next cat quest. Which I didn't do like an achievement or anything, so... How can this be? Drakoth? Fret not, I'm merely a clone Drakoth left behind. Should he not survive, Drakoth wished you both to know the truth. Goodbye and thank you. Epilogue. This is Drakoth Leos. I've been here once. You have a little cat bed. You have a tiny little platform. These are books on the zero dimension, meow, and some of Drakoth's notes. I shall never be forgiven for what I'm about to do, but I'll do anything to free Alias, even become a villain. This was when Drakoth learned about you. I owed him a life debt, so he forced me to work with him. I'm truly sorry, partner. This must be Where Drakoth catnapped, huh? There's a picture on his bedside. I will be with you always, alias. So this is trying to be kind of like a heart-touching story of a cat loving his human master. Kind of a fictional story. I've never seen a cat really care about their owners much. Once a cat forges a friendship, it's never forgotten, huh? I kind of disagree with that. Arguably, I think cats are pretty aloof pets. I hope he can rest in peace now, but the Zero Dimension was a prison for the vilest of creatures. I can only hope nothing evil got out. Goodbye, Drakoth. ... Drakoth may be gone, but there are still cats who need our help. Let's go on to our next cat adventure. And that's a quest complete, but it doesn't give you any XP or anything. Mew game unlocked. You can now select Mew game from the title screen. Okay. So, we've been going about an hour and 10 minutes. There are some places I still want to try and some grinding I still want to do. It does not seem like the game really is setting you up that you have to finish anything here. So next episode we will just run around the entire island, try to do every single cave that we can possibly do. This might be grindy. In fact, it may be even 2, maybe even 3 episodes before we even get to a new game. And then arguably, I'm not sure if there is a new game option I want to play, particularly if it's going to start me at like level 1. Like, even if it starts me at level 99 with all my equipment and everything, and it keeps everybody at the same level, so I'm just way overpowered for the vast majority of the game, I'm not sure it's worth it to run through the main quest a second time to get all of those achievements. The thing that I feel like they're really dropping the ball here is the idea of this being an abridged RPG falls out the window if there's going to be potentially 5 or 6 other new game plus ways to play this game, and they want you potentially to play the game and beat the game multiple times. Nier Automata kind of has that same case where there are 26 different endings, but I'm not sure it really is worth it to try and get all 26 of the different endings, when really 1, maybe 2 endings should have been just focused on. Anyways, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.